Hi everybody, MAG here. Today we're looking at another ETS2 truck mod, so if you like the video please give that like button a light tap, and if you want to see more of our content then maybe consider giving the subscribe button a little tickle as well. This is the DongFeng 4251. This was downloaded from ETS2.lt and it's a mod brought to us by Maxagent. Now, I knew almost nothing about DongFeng motors. Turns out it's a Chinese company. They are a huge manufacturer of motor vehicles. They're one of the top 4 motor vehicle manufacturers in China. They produce cars, commercial vehicles and buses, plus a whole bunch of automotive components. They're worth around about $1.3 billion. So they were formed back in 1969. Incidentally, Dongfeng means east wind in Chinese. Initially they produced mostly commercial vehicles, then they changed tact and produced mostly domestic vehicles, smaller cars. Now they're a state-owned company, but they appeared to have joint ventures in place with an awful lot of European and American vehicle manufacturers, which I guess is the only way that these manufacturers have an opportunity to sort of get involved in what must be a huge Chinese market for vehicles. So they used to produce commercial vehicles in a joint venture with Nissan, but in January 2013 they signed a joint venture with Volvo. So it's owned 55% by Dongfeng and 45% by Volvo. In order to seal this deal, Volvo had to pay $900 million US, so no small amount. I think part of that was to pay off the Nissan motors to remove themselves from the joint venture with Nissan. Dongfeng sell around about 500,000, just under 500,000 commercial vehicles per year, so it's no small market. Now let's take a look at the 4251, the Dongfeng 4251. The mod describes it as a Dongfeng DFL. DFL basically stands for Dongfeng, automobile industries or whatever. Now, if you want to buy your tractor unit from Dongfeng, then you have a couple of options open to you. You can buy a 4x2 tractor unit, which is the Dongfeng DFL 4181, which is not this mod, but I mention it because this mod does have the option for you to have a 4x2 chassis. The 4181 comes with a 290 horsepower engine. They're both Cummins engines. Or you buy the 4251, which is the 6x4 heavy duty tractor unit, which also you can get the option to use that chassis in this mod. Now within the 4251 range there are 3 variables open to you. You can get the standard 4251, which has a Cummins engine, a fast or FAST gearbox. I'm not sure who manufactures those. I guess it must be Dongfeng themselves. But this comes with a 340 horsepower engine. In addition, you can get the 4251A, which in all respects is identical except it comes with a 375 horsepower engine. Or you can go for the Dongfeng DFL 4251A3, which again is identical chassis and the body of the truck, but this comes with a 420 horsepower Renault built engine. It's the DCI 420-30 engine, and this comes with a 16-speed gearbox. The other 2 trucks come with a 12-speed gearbox, and that's basically the options open to you. And I mentioned that specifically because this mod seems to be a bit of a mashup, a bit of an amalgamation of the various chassis available and the various engine size and transmission size available to you. So let's take a look at this thing and see what you get with the mods. Well, first of all, you'd expect it to be in the Volvo dealer, seeing as they have a amalgamation with the Volvo, but it's not. It's in the Scania dealer. So we'll go to visit selected dealer. Yes, Scania. Okay, it's the first truck. List price €110,000, so not the cheapest truck in the world, and certainly, well, it's over twice the price of that Kamaz that we looked at the other day. Anyway, customized configuration. Let's see what you get with this. You get two cabin shapes, the first one being a standard sort of low roof box cabin, and cabin 1 being the higher roof with the wind aerodynamic fenders, or whatever you call these things. Chassis wise, so you see there's that 4x2 chassis that I was talking about before. That's a different model of DongFeng truck, so not exactly accurate to this mod. This is what you would get with this if you bought this mod were more lifelike, the 4x2 chassis. In fact, that's a 6x2. It's a 6x4. This is the only chassis here that's actually accurate. It's the 6x4. So there should only be this should really be the only chassis that's available to you. Engine wise, so we've got the 375 horsepower Perkins engine. Although it says here it's a Packard. I don't know if that's Perkins or not. You've got a 410 horsepower. So as we described earlier, you should have a 340 available, a 375 and a 420 if you have the Renault engine. These other engines shouldn't be available in this particular model of truck. So again, you know, I'm sure everyone likes to have 1,000 horsepower engines, but for me, I like realism, and so these engines should be removed. Transmission 12 speed for the 340 and 375 horsepower, and this should be a 16 speed for the Renault 420 horsepower, but again, the modder has put a 10 speed in, which is inaccurate. Internally, cab wise, I have no idea if this is an accurate looking cab or not. I've never seen. I tried to find some pictures of the inside of a DongFeng, but they're very limited what I could find online. So it looks pretty basic, doesn't it? You'd think if Volvo had some part to play in it, it would look a little bit more modern and up to date than this, a little bit more contemporary, but still. If this is what it looks like, this is what it looks like. Handy there though, this does have a rear window, which makes parking a little bit easier. And because it's got a rear window, it's got a rear view mirror. A little bit more about that later. Colours, nothing you can do, it's all standard colours. Now, modding the outside of this thing. If you're into pimping up trucks, there is so much you can do with this thing. If you like putting lights on trucks, then get this mod because you can spend hours doing it. Lots of options there for this lower fender type arrangement down here. Then we've got something for the lights, daylight it says. We've got more stuff for the grill. What we got in here? Some number plates. You've got some. It says it's not compatible. Let's see what happens if I take it off. Oh, okay, it's got like a lower step there that comes down, you see. It looks quite nice. It's quite a nice little thing. Up here we've got like some decals that sit around the side of the truck. Interesting, not really seen that before. Then we've got some more colour schemes for the grille, plus all these areas for lights, plus areas up here. Oh, this is for areas for putting some European signage if you wanted to. Number plates up here, customized number plates. Then you've got oh yes, the stock and the longer black mirror. You need the longer one if you've got this visor on. You can change the visor. A Doody Plus just seems to change the colour slightly. Again, you can fill this thing with lights if you wanted it to. Up here we've got stock lighting or this additional lighting. I quite like that. Or you can put on a grill should you wish. Up here we've got a couple of horns available to us. So we've got the little red spot. We've got a roar and we've got tone. That's fairly unique, it looks like to me. Some interior lights, blue, okay. And then, ooh, look at these lights you can put around this aerodynamic part. You've got two options there. I quite like that sort of smaller option. What else we've got? Something here on the back. Oh, look at this again. Wow, absolutely fill this thing up with lights. Unbelievable. Something on the back here as well. I'm not sure what that's all about. I can take something off, it says. Ah, you can take off these covers, the wheel arch covers. So I'll put them back on because they look pretty cool. And around the back here you can put some more number plates if you want. And then you've got your usual tyres. It looks like that tyre is a lot smaller than that one. I wonder why. We've got the Trailmaster on there. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so I see. So you can put, there's extra sort of hubcaps in here. Let's see what happens if I put it onto this one. There's the Mach 4. Okay, so it puts quite big tyres on, doesn't it? Let's have a look here then. Is there a Mach 4 on this one as well? Yes, there is. Okay, interesting. Looks okay, I suppose. No, that looks daft. Oh, what's happened to that Mach 4 again? There it is there. Yes. Okay, put that on. Well, it looks okay, doesn't it? Doesn't look too bad. Internally, what can we do? The usual stuff really. The only stuff that's new, a bit different. You can put an LCD TV in if you want to watch Fast and Furious. I quite like this sat-nav there with the cable. The cable looks a bit dodgy there. Texture-wise, it's looking okay. It's looking quite bland as well, though, isn't it? Back up here, you can put another TV in up here. Whoops. There we go. Watching Fast and Furious again. And if you really like the old garish colour schemes, wow, look at that. It's actually making me feel slightly nauseous just even looking at it. Yes. No thank you, sir. What else have we got up here? The rest of it was pretty much all of the standard stuff. Sat-nav there. There's your number plates there again. Dashboard stuff. Oh, that's right. Down here we can put a picnic, which is basically a propane tank with a gas burner on top, which for me doesn't look particularly safe. And you can have it with a kettle on as well. So not only have you got burning gas, you've also got boiling water. So not a problem for the guy sitting in his seat. You don't want to spill that over your notepad, mate. And then over here we got your various other bits and pieces. So there you go. That's what you get with the truck. Now let's take another look outside on the road with this. So the question is, what's it like to drive? And the answer is, it's not too bad. Just arriving here to pick up cargo and see how well it tows. Now, if I go inside, there's that rear view mirror up there, which seems to be reasonable. The only problem is, as I drive forwards, not a lot is happening with regard to that rear view mirror. I look down here, look up. So it seems to take a bit of a screenshot of whatever it was you last looked at in it. Again, if I look down, look back up, now we can see something different. So I guess if you're just looking up at it to glance at every now and again at what it is that's behind you, it works okay, but it doesn't quite work the same way as the side mirrors. But I mean, that's okay. I still quite like the idea of having a rear view mirror. Okay, so we go to, I think it was in Freight Market is where I chose my cargo from. But it doesn't really matter which one we take. We might as well take that one there. And there he is over there. So, engine sound wise, it does sound a little different, and you can hear the pneumatic gear change in there, which I'm not sure if that would get a little bit annoying. The mirrors are a lot smaller than on European trucks. Look, and there's no blind spot mirror. There's a blind spot mirror on that side, but not on this side. But you get quite a good field of view from the mirrors anyway on this side. Again, you can see from our rear view mirror up there. Okay, it doesn't seem to be changing at all at the moment. Nope. Oops. That was not very good. Right, let's go focus on that rear view mirror. Right, let's load this thing up. and then just take it for a little spin. And I want to show you an animation as well. Oh, come on, get on there. Right, this should go in now, you would think. Come on, what's going on here then? Is this an issue with this? Maybe I'm still too far away. Look from the mirrors like I was perfectly positioned, but maybe not. Let's see if we can get it in this way. Should be in. Interesting. I wonder if this is an issue with this mod. Okay, now apparently the issue is to do not with this mod, but to do with the fact we've got the Jazzy Cat trailer pack, which sometimes causes a bit of an issue. Whoops, with the way that the trucks are able to connect. Right, okay. I must say it's looking pretty cool. Let's go back inside. Now, if I turn the engine off, quite a nice little function here. The blinds come down. And you'll note that the window went up. Put the engine back on. Down comes the window. The only thing is, if I look from outside and do the same thing, nothing. Another thing is, my little guy there seems to be perched right on the edge of his chair, right on the edge of his seat. He seems to be a bit odd the way he's sitting. So the little guy driving doesn't seem... He seems to be too far forward. Look how far forward he is. Doesn't quite seem to be lined up properly with the chair. And I don't know what it's like with the wipers, but I did hear that when it rains, the wipers aren't very good at getting rid of the rain on the windows. So maybe that's another issue. But I read that in one of the forums I was looking at. So all in all, I think this is a very nice mod. It's a little different. It's got that rear view mirror. It's got the back window. Let's see how well we can see out the air. So if you want to do, when you want to do your blindside reverse, that should make it much easier being able to look out the mirror there. All in all, I quite like this thing. In fact, I might use this in future. You see, we've got little. I don't know about the interior there. There's the TV that we spoke about in the when we was in the workshop. And there's another TV back there, don't forget, you can use. And there's our teapot. So all in all, a very good mod. So if you like the mod, then go to ETS2. We'll put a link to it down below. If you like the video, smash us a like. And otherwise, we'll see you again next time for another mod review. Cheerio.